Shalom, shalom. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Akrakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching this truth in sincerity. And shalom to the hopeful elect that may be tuning in. So I just want to do a quick one and done here on 1 Peter's 5 and starting at 8. So it's be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. So if you apply that to today, they're always trying to, well, by they, the so-called elite, the so-called elite are always trying to find ways to steer us off track, putting pork in different foods, gelatin, simple things to steer our mind astray. And the big thing that's going to be coming up is the C-hip. That's going to be the big thing coming up. But they're looking for people to devour wherever they can. Even before that, every day they're coming up with new devices to turn us away from Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. So you need to walk about seeking. You need to what's the word I'm looking for? You need to be circumspect. You need to be circumspect every day, because this devil's always out there working. And sometimes Yahweh will let the devil, test you, because he believes that you have that faith. So whenever something comes up, whenever our adversary is trying to do something, just be aware and think of it as a test. A lot of times it is just a test, because Yahweh believes that you can overcome it. Verse 9, whom resisted steadfast in faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Now, this is beautiful, because this is why we have our elders and some of our brothers that we can conversate with in this truth. We can get the perspective and see, because a lot of brothers have been through similar things. We get the perspective, especially our elders. They know they've been through a lot of things that we've been through, maybe similar or something along the same lines. But they can give us perspective on these things and bring up the scriptures. So it's always good to relate it back to the scriptures and relate what you're going through back to the scriptures and seek for the truth in the scriptures. Talk to your elders, but still seek for the truth in the scriptures. And usually your elders will bring up scriptures too. But that's why it's good to talk to some of your brethren and your elders when you're going through some of these afflictions, because you're not alone. Like, there's other brothers in the truth that have been through the same thing. Like, watch the videos and study, and you'll realize that this is all in the scriptures, all the things that we're going through, all these afflictions. So just be aware that you're not by yourself in this thing, and that there's always that these things are happening for a reason. We're in the grace period. We're in the grace period right now, but these things are happening for a reason. Verse 10, last verse. But our power of all grace, who hath called unto us his eternal glory by Yahushai, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. So that is what we're working towards. We're staying faithful. We're going through this grace period. We're staying faithful. We're praying, because we know what's at the end. We're going to get those what's the word I'm looking for? Those unbreakable bodies, for lack of better words. Those incorruptible bodies. That's what I was looking for. We're going to get those incorruptible bodies at the end of the day. Well, once after Jacob's trouble, after we go through everything, we're going to get those incorruptible bodies. That's what we're working towards. That's where we strive to be like Yahushai, because he was the perfect example of someone who never veered off of his path. He stayed true the whole time, even though he went through his afflictions. He went through harder afflictions than we have. Like, this is baby food to him. But he stayed on his path. And we're staying true to this path and staying, keeping our faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because we know what comes at the end of the day. And and when Jacob's trouble hits, we don't want to be left on our in our own so-called knowledge. I just finished off with verse 11. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. So that is it for today. A quick one and done on 1 Peter's 5 and 8 to 11.